Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. Right, I've managed to get out, quick day off work. So we're meant to be in summer, but you wouldn't think it with all this rain and 12-13 degree temperatures. But the rain stopped for a minute. I've headed down to Orchard Place Farm in Pellet Waggler, Kent, and I'm going to give the old mighty Pellet Waggler a bash. Going to fish at short range using 4 and 5 gram floats. Just fishing out just to the left of a bush. I'll show you the swim. Hopefully we're going to get a few today, guys. It's a little bit muggy, even though the temperature's only about 14 degrees. So I do think them fish are going to be up in the water. So when it's days like this, and even when it's warmer, trust me guys, the Pellet Waggler is something you've got to have in your armoury. I'm going to go through my rigs, a few little tips hopefully, and hopefully put a few fish on the bank for you to all watch. Once again, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's subscribing. Having loads of people come to the channel, guys, but you do me a favour, smash that subscribe bell. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get down to some fishing. Right, let's get this session underway. So Pellet Waggler fishing, I'm going to start, as you might be able to see it in the video, there's a bush just to the side of an island. I'm going to be fishing about 6 to 8 feet off of that, and then I'm going to go level with it where there's a branch sticking out, and I will go past if I need to, because these fish will back off sometimes. You have to go out, and then I may have to up a float size to chase them out. Hopefully they'll stay fairly rooted once I've got them up. So to start the session, I'm going to put 3 pouches of between 5 and 6 pellets in, just to like ring the dinner bell, and then we'll feel our way in from there. Hopefully I'll be able to get it down to just regular 4 to 5 pellets. Not one of these that likes absolutely scattering loads and loads and loads, because I want them to pick out mine. If there's 20 pellets going in the water and then mine, then the chances, like exactly like on the bottom with any other bait, you're diminishing the chances of you getting a bite. Let's ring this dinner bell. So 1 pouch, 5 pellets, fishing dead straight out in front of me. Another pouch of 5 pellets. You will get ducks, guys, but just don't worry about that. As soon as your float starts going in and you're casting, they soon disappear. So using a Guru 4.5 gram foam waggler, orange top, and as I said earlier in the video, 8mm cell, pellet on the hook. So you'll start, things to look out for are swirls on the surface, or look like arrows. That's the top fins sometimes breaking the surface. They're all good signs that there's fish in your area. So what I did there was just flick the rod and one little quick half a turn of the reel. It just brings that pellet back up into the water, gives you like a second bite of the cherry. Whilst it's out there, I will feed again, just 3 or 4, just round there, just to start this going. There's a first fish now, it's just shown his head, just popped up. So we'll just give it one more little flick, and then we're going to come back in and back out and repeat. It is literally repeat, repeat, repeat. It is food rewards hard work, guys. So this isn't a sit there and wait, have a chat, have a sandwich. It's get out there and work for them. So the initial one, usually within the first 10 to 15 seconds, it will fly under if they've seen it and they've gone for it straight away. And like I did a minute ago, the little twitch, just give it a little twitch up like that. And the float will bob up and down. That brings that pellet, like I said, up in the water. So any fish that's still there, just it just winds them up to taking it, and just gives them another, be able to see it again. One shot there now, guys. I can see 2 or 3 milling about. It's just now getting their interest in your hook bait and just getting them confident. Once they're confident, that's it. You're laughing. Yeah, we've definitely got fish there now. So hopefully, a couple of more casts, we should get a take. Just catch that line with your finger. That just stops that flight of the float, and it straightens everything out behind it, so it lands, float, pellet behind, and that is exactly what you want. If you don't do that, 1, you're not judging, you're keeping your sort of similar distance, and 2, it can tangle all up and you're just getting a whole world of mess. So that is a real top tip. That is literally stunning the line just by trapping your finger on the reel, on the line like that, just holding it, and it will just dink and then let go, and then it will just bring it all down nicely in a line. So and when you do it, you start to do it, and you see the difference it makes to the amount of bite to cast ratio. It just goes up and up and up. So one more little twitch. There's definitely fish there now, and again, it's all about working out what depth they want to be. These fish are already quite high in the water, so I'm pretty confident that I'll catch them in the top 2 foot. So I'm probably fishing at the moment about 18 inches, close to 2 foot deep. Pick that float out and in behind you and keep it straight, trap. Bail arm straight over because these bites can be like that, guys. Here we go, we're in. It's a runner, just let them do their thing, let the rod do its work. It's either a decent fish, this one. Oh no, we're foul, look guys. No, actually guys, we've just lost a big fish. They are up to 30 pound in here. I'm using 020 and it's just broke me straight through. So I've got glasses with me as well, Polaroids, because that can really help you sometimes to see where the fish are. Plus it protects your eyes when it's really bright like it is today, which is a bit of a shock really considering the weather yesterday. Right, let's have another crack. I'm not going to feed just yet because I can still see a few fish milling about. Here we go, we're in straight away. So didn't even have to feed that time, because if you can see fish there, it's up to you, but sometimes I'll just have one little look, and then if I'm not getting a response or a take, then I might feed 3 or 4 pellets. So, but yeah, we're into another fish. So yeah, within 3 casts we had our first bite, which I'm gutted to lose because it really did feel like a lumpy fish. Just going to let that drag off a little bit more. Best to have a loose drag on this as well, because they are, where you're hitting them up high in the water, they just want to charge off like steam trains, and this time of year, as you all know, they're awake now, and when they've been eating all these protein baits, they really do charge off. It's only a small fish, this one, but it just shows the power of this method. Within a few, could be fishing out there on the bottom now with a method, and yeah, it might work for a few chucks, but when as you can see, them fish want to come up, then that's where you've got to do. You've got to be up with them. So lovely arc on this Aventus rod. This rod is just my favourite rod for this type of fishing. I will say though, my brother's got the 10-foot N-gauge, and for the money, that's ridiculously good as well. So you don't have to go out and spend £300–400 on a rod. Guru also do rods around about the £100 mark that are more than good, and I've heard good things about their A-class ones as well. So you see what I mean? This fish isn't massive, it's probably four or 5 pound, but it's just full of beans. But there is our first fish for today, guys. So get the bail arm off, let that float drop the other side of the net. That's how you snap your floats and your lines. And let's get this unhooked. That's good, it's spat the hook, lovely, nice for me. Yeah, it's only about four pound this fish probably. A lot of them in here this size, but you can build a weight. You get 20 of them fish, it's 80 pounds. So first one on the Waggler. Hee hee. But like I said, you've got to keep that little bit of feed going in, constantly drip feeding it. So just give it, because we've been out of the water for a minute, we'll just give it double pouch of 4s. That's 4 pellets, 8mm. Just get those out there. And let's see if we can bag ourselves another one. So at the moment they're fairly short, probably only 20+ metres in front of me at the moment. So some you can get them when it's hitting the water, some will come on that twitch, some you can leave there and ping pellets over the top and they'll respond to that. It's just working out what they want and just trying it. So but you've got to work at it. If it doesn't, it's not, sometimes you might have to work at it for half an hour, if not a little bit more sometimes, before it goes. That's it, just catch that lovely like that. And there we go. You just know when it's right. That float lands, it flies crisp, you get a good cast, and 9 times out of 10 when you do all those elements right, a good cast, lay it in properly by, as I said, touching the line on the reel, stunning it, it will bring you a bite. So 3 bites, 2 fish in about 7 or 8 casts. So happy days. Lovely little afternoon session at the moment. Just let that rod do its work. This fish has gone right down on the deck. But you see how quick I got that in. Sometimes you get them in a bit too quick and they fight around your feet. So just be wary of that, especially if you've got overhanging trees and snags. You bring them in early and then they suddenly dart in there and then you lose the fish. So, but yeah, it's an F1 this time. So you will catch all the different carp species like this. It's not just a big carp method. It will catch you everything. You'll catch skimmers as well. I've had skimmers and up in the water, don't ask me why. And I've even had roach and chub taking 8mm pellets up in the water. So, and the F1s in this place are living up to their reputation of being absolute nutcases. Let's get this fish unhooked. There we go, little chunky F1 guys. Let's get him back. But where they are, the big ones are hiding as well, trust me. Kit for today, 3000 size Dower tournament reel, coupled to an Aventus 11-foot float rod. This rod is absolutely made for pellet waggler fishing. It loves it, trust me. Float wise, we have got a Guru 4.5 gram foam waggler with the Guru adapter as well, so no shot needed up here or any links. And then I've just got a standard waggler adapter with the float stops. Always have between at least 1 centimetre here, just so it's free movement and it can fold flat when you strike. Other than that, hook length today is 15-inch Guru N gauge, and then it's a pellet waggler hook. There it is there. Hope you can see that. I'll just show it on the back of my hand, be a bit easier. And an 8mm pellet. So that's a size 12 Guru pellet waggler hook. And then what more do you need? Then good old mainline cell, 8mm, and that is pretty much it. And obviously a catapult. Let's get to it. Let's go and catch some fish, guys. Get that float out there. Flick it out so it's ready. Get it on the rest. You definitely want a rod rest for this as well, just so you can keep it like this when you're feeding, especially when you're double pouching as well. And straight back out again as a hay, about a 4-foot drop behind you, flick behind, lovely clean cast. You're in that nice lovely whip, stun it. I'm keeping it in the same area at the moment because you don't want to spread the fish. You want to try and keep them all populated in the same sort of area. Little twitch. So they are coming to the noise of your pellet and your float landing. So it's like you're feeding anyway. And the other one is you can feed, if you've gone past your initial feed and then reel into the feed. Again, it's flicked it up and dragged it back. We'll miss that one, guys. Again, there was nearly the proof then. Just reeling into the feed and give it one more little flick. We're still in that target zone, that imaginary square of 6 by 6 or 8 by 8, whatever. I'm not going to feed this time, just see if it makes a difference. Just feathering that line and then trap with that finger and it straightens it. Just feathers to slow it down. And then just trap. And as once it's trapped, then you let go. Because it should have straightened it all out. There we go. Went to feed then and she took it round. Just that little twitch. So the other thing you can do is when you're playing the fish, is just stick the rod between your legs, and then feed again. Especially when you've got a fish that might be taking a while. It's just to keep them fish interested. Straight away there's fish out there again. The fish in here, honestly, they're just full of beans, these fish. This thing's dancing around. Probably another F1 by the feel of it, the way it's shaking its head around. Yeah, it looks like a goldie F1. Trying to get himself under the bank where the roots are. Like I said, anyone who says fish ain't got any intelligence are mad. These fish know where to go. They get caught a lot and they know. Lovely arc in this rod. Absolutely love it, this rod. Get you some up close and personal clips hopefully as well during this video. So make sure you watch it to the end. Yeah, nice chunky common carp, this one actually. Again, only about £4 or so, £5 maybe, might be bigger. But again, you can build a weight so easy with these fish. Just like that, just weight builders. Guys, baits for today. As we're doing pellet waggler fishing, as it says in its name, pellets is all you're going to need. If you're fishing for venues where there's a lot of F1s and smaller carp, I'd recommend 4 and 6 mils, and then for bigger carp, 6 and 8 mils. I'm fishing short today. I want to make a little bit of noise, so I'm going to be using 8 mils. Because I know there's some big fish in here as well. So there's 3 types I use. 2 are dynamite 8 mils. They're a krill 8 mil in a red, which I will use for hookers. Just to, sometimes it picks that darker silhouette out a bit quicker. And green. No real preference. Sometimes I'll use plain, but red and green I just seem to like them. And then for the hook I use mainline cell 8 mils only because they are a longer barreled pellet and they just sit in that band and they just less likely of a chance of them coming out on the cast, and I just really like them, and they've got the famous cell flavour as well, guys, so you can't really go wrong. So yeah, there's the 8 mils. I will show these up a bit closer, and then that's the cell, those ones, and then we've got the krill and swim stem green dynamite 8 mils in there. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get some fish in the net. Definitely fish all back in the spot now. So that double pouching has definitely worked. So we have got other people around the lake chucking bait in and that, so you are competing with not only fish but other anglers. Missed that one, little bugger. But again, it's a bite, so this just got to get them, make sure we're converting them. There we go. So just that little bit of work again for 5 minutes, and you bring them back. Let the rod do the work. That's why you've got to have a nice soft action rod but a rod that bends, but then it's got that power in this bottom section. One, that aids casting, but also getting these fish up, especially the bigger ones that don't want to come up. Looks like maybe a mirror this time. No, another angry common, slightly bigger this one. Let's get him in the net. Yeah, he's ours. Get that bail arm straight off so it drops that float the other side of your net. Like I said, you don't want to be cracking off hook rigs and snapping floats in half because they are only foam and they take some punishment. Yeah, he's a bigger one today. He's probably getting on for £6–7, so try and hold him up, but I say he is a feisty old boy. Happy days, guys. Pellet Waggler. Experiencing the fun of this like I am, guys, on this video, because and it just shows you not to give up with it, and when you master it, and I say I'm still learning it myself, it can be absolutely fun. The speed of the take, the arc in the rod, it's one of my favourite forms of fishing. Don't get me wrong, I love my method of fishing, as you'll see by my other videos, and I'm a big fan of the pole, but what can be better than watching a float bury? And it could be a £2 carp, or it could be an absolute upper double figure lump, and you know they're there, and it's not like on the bottom, if you don't know if they're there or not. Yeah, you can get line bites, but with these you can just see them. The signs are there, and they're just like playing with your mind. I love it. Man versus fish. There we go. Try and get him away from that tree quick. Yeah, definitely fishing close as well. You could probably actually have an absolute great day fishing the paste or hard pellet, and probably 2+2 or around about 6 to 8 metres. Just disturb them there. So there's fish pretty much in all different areas, up, down. It's like another one of these torpedo skinny commons. Like I say, just pump wind down to them and then gently pull back. No, that's not a bad one again. Not quite ready yet. It's quite deep, this lake in Close. I say this is Lake 6 at Orchard Place. Got good depth at just about 1.5 metres out. I don't think them fish have any problem coming in close. There he goes, in the bag. Pellet Waggler hook buried right in the middle of the bottom, in the top lip, absolutely perfect. So see if this one will let us hold him up. So they're full of energy, these fish. There we go. nice drop on the float, back behind, whip, stun, get ready. Again, a little flick. Still fish there. Give it a few more seconds. Having the odd chuck just past, like I said a minute ago, just to see if any of those big boys are holding back. Just gives you the chance to draw your float back into the feed as well, just something different. Yeah, fish on. That was just going past and drawing it back into the feed area. Fish on. Kiting to my left, only a small one this one, so the speed it's coming at. Wet one this time. That's what I mean, for a 2-3 pound fish, it's still putting a bend in the same bend in this rod as that. But this is what I like about this rod. No matter the size of the fish, it just cushions it. Just reduces those chances of hook pulls and lost fish, which is the last thing that you want. I said it was a little F1, I lied, it's a little common. There we go. Missed that one. Getting quick, little rascals. That's what I mean, guys. I'm convinced how quick they can reject the bait when you're doing this at lightning speed. It's also the straighter your line is and tighter it is to that float, the better chance of a pickup when you strike. If you've got a big bow in your line, then you're just asking to lose bites like that. Perfect example. I let it drag in the wind for a bit too long there. That's it, son, come back out. That always encourages the old fish, just like us. Sun's out, fish are out. Little twitch. Feed over the top, little twitch again, just to try and keep it falling with them pellets you just catapulted in. Small fish this one. Might be foul look by the feel of it, this one. Just by the way it's coming backwards, I think. Probably going to lose this one. No, it is properly hooked, I think. It's just a small little angry carp. That's just suddenly woke up on me. That's an F1 right in the top lip central. Couldn't ask for it better. And when you hit them like that, then you know it's perfection. These F1s are absolute units of fish. They're just so chunky, it's unreal. Get the hook out of him. One absolutely brute of an F1. Alright, let's flick that out there and see if we can have another one in a sec. Alright, a bit of feed. A few of those cell 8 mils going in. We're double pouch because we've been out for a little while. Let's see if we can have another one. Right, let's see if we can have another one. Right, swing that out. Behind. Out she goes. A little twitch. Nothing that go. Back in. I'll be a bit more over towards the tree. That's where I need to be. Right there. Give it a few seconds, see if you get anything on the initial drop in. Little twitch. If you don't get nothing, then you've got a choice to come in or put a bit of bait over the top and twitch it back into it again, and then come in and repeat. Like 4 or 5 pellets like that. Pull that catapult away from you. That's it, right on the money every time. Right, missed that one. Right, go straight back out over the top where we've been feeding. Bit to the left, that one, but we'll leave it there for the moment. It's a little knock, so there's fish still there. I'm going to bring that in and have another go, I think. No. Just keep going, keep going. It's all about working and working and working it. Won't feed just yet. See if we get a take. thought that was going to be on. A lovely take. As I said, you will get, don't get frustrated, you will get missed bites. It's all part of it. Just don't want too many. Here we go. Oh no, it's off. Thought we had it then. Just stop it dead like that, dead straight. Sometimes you even get it the minute it hits the water. The second it hits the water, sorry. Might have to make a little adjustment in a minute. I think they're I'm just going to go a bit shallower. Shallow up, so just move the rubbers. The float stops down. I'm going to go literally nigh on top of the hook length now. So about 15 inches. Just see if that makes any difference. Yep. Well, if that might be a bit of proof in the pudding, as they say. One little change. No fluffy bite, just bang. Could be a coincidence, but after a couple of mistakes, I say it's all about just keep working it, making little changes to how you're feeding, how many pellets you're feeding, when you're feeding, if you're not feeding every put-in. Just keep mixing it up, guys. That's what it's all about. Another F1 by the looks of it. Bad netting. There we go. Come on, chunks. In you get. Let's get him unhooked. All right. Like earlier. Let's get that. All right. Let's leave him in the water for a sec. He's more than all right. And again, just feed a few of them 8 mils. Just to keep them fish where you want them and thinking that there's still going to be dinner for them. Don't want them disappearing. Let's get him unhooked. There he is, another F1. Simple little changes like that, just to moving that float down, and then happy days. There we go, straight in that time, boom. So I mean, when you just got to keep working and working, and they will come. And then sometimes you have 3 or 4 fish with no miss bites, and it's just getting it right. Going over to my left. Right, let's get him away from that tree now. Just move that out of the way for a sec. And it's like when you've got them under your control, you can just literally put the rod under your bum for a minute, as long as it's not a massive fish, right, and your drag set right, and then feed out. See, out there, and pellets are gone. And pick your rod back up, and carry on playing the fish. Not quite ready yet. Come on. See, not all the fish are huge. There is some big fish in here, but you can get them going. You just build a lovely weight of them. You don't like the look of that net. Some nice little common, probably still about £4 or £5, maybe a bit bigger. I just love the way this rod bends. There he is. Now he's ready. Take a gulp. In you go. Right. Yeah. Right, let's get him unhooked. Having one of these torpedo shaped commons. All these fish are just so healthy, it's unreal. Alright, it's taking that fairly down its gut. Let's get it out though. There we go. That's how I like about barbless hooks, straight out. And there is the little torpedo. One torpedo. Again, put that down, feed a bit of bait, just 4 or 5 of the 8mm cell, same place, pull that catapult away from you, don't pull back on the pouch, just get better accuracy that way. Yeah, there's definitely fish there, one's just bow waved out. Just get that nicely plopped in like that. Little twitch, little twitch. Just leave it there for a minute. It's all about building the swim up. A little twitch, just right in amongst them pellets that have just gone in. There we go. Bit slow on the old take there, Gary, but got away with that one. Just keep the rod low, just pump the fish towards you, pull back, and then wind towards the fish, pull back, wind towards the fish. It's like a little F1 or a mirror. I think it's an F1. Yeah, another one of Orchard's Farm in Kent's F1s. Going absolutely nuts under the rod. But the old Aventus is sucking it up. Small or big, this rod does it all. In the bag. There you go. There it is. Just side hooked. Big chunky F1 though. Let's get him unhooked and get him back and see if we can get another one. Working it, you will get them. Little twitch. We're going to feed. I'm going to draw it back into the feed. There we go. Fish on. Just absolute fun. I love it. It's proper explosive, and when you get them going, you can just have them queuing up, guys. Literally queuing up, one after the other. You just got to work at it, work at how much pellet you feed and when you feed, or miss one little mirror. Let that rod soak it all up. No, he's not ready yet. Only a little fish, but you see how like powerful these fish are this time of year. So you just got to let the rod and make sure your drag's not set too harsh, because they will snap you. So this Guru 6 pound for casting on the Waggler is just lovely. In the bag. Right, while that's there, bit of top tip, good practice. Feed a bit of bait. You can double pouch it if you want, just while you're unhooking. You can do it while you're playing as well. The more comfortable you get, just put the rod under your bum, under your butt cheek. All right, let's get this fish in. Nice little young sprightly mirror. Going to grow into a double figure edge monster at some stage, no doubt. Still full of beans, absolutely full of beans. And just in this scissors, there we go. Happy days, let's get him back. Alright, let's get the old pellet on. Straight in the band. That's what I like about these 8mm cells. When you look at these compared to and I love dynamite pellets, I'm using them as feed as well, but the difference in size, it's the length of the barrel. You can just see it just helps that band sit on, especially, and you just sometimes get 2 or 3 casts before they might pop out. So for me, that's an advantage, keeps you in the water longer. So yeah, mainline cell 8mm, 100% are the ones for hook baits. Little twitch. Missed that one. Fish is taking it on the way in. How crazy is that, guys? Crazy. Don't know if you saw that. I was literally reeling in and it's gone in front of this looks like a mirror. I think it snatched at it. I may have foul looked it, but I think it snatched at it. Can't resist the cell 8mm. Crazy. So it's the same thing you can do with like the little 2.5 gram foam. You can mug them like that as well when they're in front of you and you can't get them any other way. Just keep it low. Full of beans, this fish. Absolutely full of beans. Yeah, I think it is in the mouth. I think it's a nice fish. Happy days. Bit of an unexpected one. But yeah, just literally slowed down in front of it on the retrieve of the wag, and it's nailed it. As they say, you've got to be in it to win it. Yeah, it's a nice little mirror, I think. Just got to get him. It's not quite ready yet, not quite done. Just let the rod soak it up. Wow. Oh dear. I hope you guys enjoy this on the video as much as I'm enjoying this. It's not having none of it at the moment. No, still not ready yet. Absolutely full of beans, these fish today. Full of beans. Just taking line still this far in the battle. Yeah. Thinking about going under the bank, we don't want that. Let's keep him out from out of there. Lovely dark mirror. Lovely scale pattern. In he goes. Happy days. Little chunky monkey. Weren't expecting you that close in. Just to show you, there's the hook right inside its mouth. Lovely chunky golden mirror. Let's get him unhooked. There we go. That was the little one we sneaked out in front of us on the pellet wag. Lovely common. A mirror, I mean. I say you are going to miss them. You ain't going to get them all. If you're getting them all, you're emptying the entire lake. Always keep checking to make sure that drag's set right. Five pellets again. We just bit past our feed this time, so I'm going to double pouch 5 and draw it back, see what happens. Oh, I don't know if you saw it in the camera. Just gutted. Missed an absolute unit there, guys. See if he's still there. There we go, straight back in. No feed that time.